Tiana. Stay focused. Don't get sidetracked. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and this video is gonna be exciting. This video it's gonna take some weight off your shoulders. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that like button, because I'm telling you, this video has a lot of information. And go ahead and turn on that post notification, because you do not want to miss when I drop a video. All right, now this wig that I am wearing, it is from my line Opulent Allure by Tiana.com, and I am gonna post my website in the description box below, so you can go ahead and click it and you can check out and you can grab yourself a new glueless wig. Get into it, honey. All right, so let's move on into this video. So a short introduction, right? So my name is Tiana. I am 30 years old. I am married with one child. I live on the West Coast. I am a U.S. Army veteran, and I'm also an entrepreneur. I am also a student. What else? I'm a daughter. I am a friend. I am an aunt. I am so many things. But most importantly, I am me. Now, one might ask, how do you do so many things? Like, with all of what is happening, it is so hard. Don't get me wrong, it is so hard. So let's trot down memory lane a little bit. I retired from the military last year, August. So we're now 1 year and 2 months shy. Yeah, 1 year and 2 months. Before I left the military, I had 2 months post leave, right? So what I did during those 2 months, I started Opulent Allure by Tiana. So I kind of had a plan on what I was doing. After I left the military, I was very, I was very depressed. It was hard transitioning back to civilian life. And I really and truly, I wanted something to do. September, October, I'm like, you know what? I'm a little bit bored at home. My business is new. I'm not getting a lot of orders. I'm gonna do a part-time job. Many people do not know, but I used to work at a bank. I wanted to understand how money flows in America, and being a business owner as well, I wanted to know the ins and outs of the financial market in the US. So I was working at a bank. November, December, January, I did my surgery, and I'm gonna link the video right here. So I did my surgery in January, and then I did not return to the job. So I left the job at the bank for various reasons. Now, one, I was still in the healing process from my surgery, and the standing would not have helped one bit. Two, as I said, I live on the West Coast, so I am 3 hours behind on the East Coast. The job was 9 to 2, so that's what, 12 to 5 on the East Coast. So that's peak time. So what would happen was, when I am at work, I would be getting messages, people wanting to order wig, and I can't use my phone. So I was losing a lot of business, and I was just so tired. I was standing all day, and then when I got home, I was so tired, and I just did not want to do my business. I solely believe in, do not build another man's dream and neglect your own empire. Do not. So I decided to not return to the job. While all of that was happening, I was going to school. I've been attending school. So I attend the University of Maryland, and I am studying health sciences. But anyways, let's get into these tips as to how I balance being a mom, a wife, an entrepreneur, and a student. I have a little notebook here that I wrote down all my points, so let's move on into that. So, as you may know, if you're a mom, right, multitasking, we love to multitask. Like, I was just doing my hair and Tasia was there reading, and I had to be holding the iron, listening to her while she reads. And
Quality.
where is it?
quality.
Quality?
It was just a lot. But multitasking may not always work. You need to schedule everything. Now, since my daughter returned to school in September, I I was afraid, not a bit, I was afraid. I was a lot afraid, right? And I had to find ways and means of scheduling myself. Now, bear in mind, she has been out of school since March. Now it's September. So in Jamaica, we would say free paper bun, my free paper bun. Bedtimes, everything has to be to the T, everything has to be scheduled. So what I did was I created a routine slash a schedule, and on that schedule I had the time we woke up, the time we ate breakfast, the time she's sitting in her class, because I created a space for her to go to school, her breaks, the time that I'm gonna take for myself, the time that I'm gonna take to complete any orders that I have, the time that I'm gonna take to return emails, the time that I'm gonna take to answer my phone, the time that I'm gonna take to prepare dinner, the time that I'm gonna take to wind down for bed, and just me time. So my husband is home, I would say probably once a week, sometimes once every 3 weeks, which is very hard, right? And it's just Tiaja and I, which basically means that I have to be playing mommy and daddy all the time, and that is not easy. That will never be easy, right? Scheduling is very important. It's very important. I was talking to my affiliates the other day, and I said to the ladies, I'm like, listen, even if you're gonna poop, schedule yourself to poop. Schedule your body to poop, because if you don't do this, you're gonna go crazy. If I only have one child, I just cannot imagine the moms that has 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. So schedule all your tasks, right? And ensure that you have the time frame, you have the day there. And on the weekends when it's lighter and the kids aren't going to school, I would suggest altering your schedule to see how best you can spend more time on yourself. So that's number 1, schedule your time. Number 2, set aside time for everyone. Now, this is harder than it sounds, right? So as I said earlier, my husband is never home, and I am on the phone with him 24/7. During those calls, I answer other calls, my mom call, I am maybe checking emails, whatever is on my schedule for that particular time. However, when it's time for my daughter to do her homework, or she's in tutoring lessons, or whatever the case is, I ensure that I set myself in a position to be there for her in whatever she needs. And I say this to say for instance, your daughter is doing a project, right? And you have to be there, you have to be handing her the glue or whatever it is. It's not the best thing to be checking your emails or to be on social media at the same time when you are spending time with your kids, because listen, they understand. 1, 2, it can be a bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? It can be a bit of a jitter for them, for instance, if my daughter is speaking to me and I'm on social media, trust me, I'm telling you, she is gonna be livid. She's gonna be mad because she knows that mommy's not giving her 100%, and 2, it's like I'm missing out on the information that she's telling me. So number 2 is make time for everyone, and everyone including yourself. Number 3, find you time. Number 3 is find you time. Let me say that again. Find you time. Now, with the pandemic and everything that is happening right now, I know that we are not able to go out as how we would want, have fun, or whatever the case is, but whatever makes you happy, do it. Do it in your time. So for me, if you're going out right now, it's to eat when my husband is home, or to do a pedicure. And my pedicures have been off schedule, right? So when I do go and do my pedicure, I spend some time on me. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not off the phone and I'm not just there enjoying the pedicure. However, I am in a different environment. I am not hearing mommy. I'm not hearing babe. I'm just there enjoying my pedicure. So finding you time, it's very, very, very important. If you don't find your time, trust me, girl or man, you are gonna mad. You're gonna go crazy. You have to find time for you. All right. Number 4, prioritizing your task. Now, with all of these roles, some tasks are gonna get pushed behind. So my daughter uses Google Classroom for her online classes. So what I did, I downloaded the app, logged in. So I'm seeing everything, all the work that she has to do. I'm seeing it when the teacher adds it. So I can tell her, I'm like, okay, Tasia, you have something in math that is due that time, that is due this time. You have to schedule and prioritize your tasks so they work hand in hand, right? Now, say for instance, I get an order and the person is like, okay, my birthday is next week, I need the order ASAP. I'm gonna prioritize that. So say for instance, I had an email to reply to and it's not that urgent. I'm gonna ensure that I'm done with the order, and then I work my way down my scheduled list. All right, so number 1, let's go over this. Number 1, right, it was not multitasking, building a schedule. Number 2, setting aside time for everyone. Number 3, finding you time. And number 4, prioritizing your task. We're getting there. We're getting there. I like this topic. I like this topic. What works for you may not work for me. So that's number 5. Find a rhythm that works for you. So I'm giving you all these tips on how to balance being a mom, a wife, an entrepreneur, etc. But it works for me. It may not work for you. But I am telling you, I am guarantee you that if you take some of this tips and tricks that I'm telling you, it will help. You can always alternate it. You can do whatever you want to do with it. What works for me may not work for you. I prefer to do my laundry on a Monday. You may prefer to do your laundry on a Friday. And that goes back to scheduling. Even your laundry, dusting, wiping, filling up your tank, whatever the case is, schedule it. Because if you don't, as I said, you're gonna go crazy. All right, so that was number 5. What works for me may not work for you. Find a rhythm that works for you. Number 6, staying organized. Each morning or the night before I go to sleep, I think about what I'm gonna do the next day. So I try to stay organized, and I try to have a plan for the next day, and I ensure that before 12 o'clock I'm almost done. Now, as I said earlier in the video, I am on the West Coast, so I am 3 hours behind the East Coast and 2 hours behind in some countries. So I am always behind. So when everybody's up posting, I am here snoring, and the list goes on. But try to stay organized and have a plan for your day. If tonight you're gonna go out and have dinner, plan it out. Don't be like me that don't know what you're wearing, don't know what your makeup is gonna look like, can't find a wig to wear, which is really ridiculous. But I must commend myself. Tiana, you are getting better. I am getting better at it. And I am seeing that I have to plan everything out, or else 1, I'm gonna be late, 2, I'm gonna be miserable, and that's never good. So stay organized and have a plan. Number 7, work with your family, not against them. All right. Let's get into this topic. All right. So I make professional wigs. So I'm a master wig artist. So I make wigs. I sell hair care products. If you want your hair to grow, I have the hookup for that, beauty supplies, and the list goes on, right? So one business, and I'm doing so many things while having all these roles, right? Number 7 says, work with your family and not against them. Now, I live with my husband and I live with my daughter, right? When my husband is home, he's either sewing on a closure, filling up the growth oil, putting the band around them, doing some inventory or something. My daughter, I give her all the inventory to do, or I have her unpack the stuff because sometimes she'll take forever to do the inventory. Or I have something, I include them in my business, I include them in what I'm doing. I ask for their opinion because it could be something that I've never thought of. You know what I mean? So, as number 7 says, work with your family, not against them. Give everybody a task. When I'm cooking, my daughter is there. Hand me the butter, hand me the olive oil, and hand me something. Work with your family, not against them. I know. Sometimes it's easier said than done. And I know sometimes you're like, oh my God, I just want to do what me I do, get it over with. Me don't want nobody talk to me. I have those days. But it doesn't help here. It doesn't help you mentally. Work with your family, not against them. Number 8, stay focused. Don't get sidetracked. Tiana, stay focused. Don't get sidetracked. I am doing so much better at that. I remember gone are the days when I would be making a wig and I go on social media and I'm telling you, the iron is on, the flat iron is on, the wands are on, and hours. When I say hours, I'm there. I'm there talking. Yeah, hours. I am there on social media. My electricity bill is running up and I'm there chit-chatting, or not even chit. Sometimes I'm not even talking. Most of the times I'm not talking to anybody. You know what happens? You see one post, then you move to the next one, then you move to the next one, then you go over to Facebook, or you see some mix up and you're like ding, 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 and it goes on and on and on and on. And when you take a step, you're like 3 hours into this thing, all your plans that you had are getting sidetracked. Stay focused and do not get sidetracked. Now, I can give you a little tip, a little thing that I use. So I use Creator Studio, and what that does is I schedule my post for the day. I try to do it every day. Some days no. Sometimes when y'all see the post happening on Instagram and Facebook, that's not me. That's my schedule working, because I know that I am not disciplined enough to go on social media, make a post and get off. I know I'm not that disciplined, and I'm not gonna be a hypocrite with myself. So what I do is I use Creator Studio, and there are so many others out there. We have like Hootsuite, so many others that you can use to schedule your posts and schedule whatever you want to post on social media. For me, and for the other persons who are going to school, stay focused, do not get sidetracked. That's me. Now, I start school October 21st, and this semester I am doing statistics. This is not a walk in the park. So I need to beat it in my head that I need to stay focused and do not get sidetracked. Number 9, take care of you. I failed miserably in that department as well. In my video that I posted earlier in the year where I was very anemic, I was not taking care of myself. Take care of you. So let me tell you how I do mine. So I'm anemic, right? I have a sachet of iron tablets at my bedside table, in my office, in the kitchen. Those 3 places that I'm always at. If I'm not at one, I'm at the other. So I do not forget to take them, because if I break down, just imagine what would happen. If I am doing all of this, just imagine what would happen. So take care of you. And remember, no one is going to take care of you but you. Exercising, it's very important. I stopped exercising after I got out of the military, and it has been the worst mistake of my life. I started exercising again, and I'm already feeling better. My skin is looking better. I'm more flexible. I am not tired climbing the stairs. I feel more energized and ready to work in the mornings. So take care of you. And number 10, it's either you're fully on or fully off. What does that mean? Let's bring it back to social media, because since that's what's rocking everything, right? Social media. It's either you're fully on or you're fully off. When it's time for bed, you're fully off. When it's time for your partner, or when it's time for your child, or when it's time for school, you're fully off. You're not half-assing it, all right? You're fully off. And I say this to say, I've been guilty, I've done it, and it doesn't help. It hurts the other person, it kills you mentally and emotionally, and you're just working nonstop. You have to find a breaking point, especially now when the kids are home and it's like we're just on the go, on the go, on the go, on the go. You have to be fully on or fully off. Gone are the days when I wake up, I would just go straight to social media, or I would just go straight to the news, and it was depressing. By the time it got to 9 o'clock, I was so tired. I was like, oh my God, I want to go back to bed. I would take a midday nap, then I'm there napping, I wake up, I'm back on. I had to stop that. I had to stop that. I do not check my phone until Tiaja is in school, or no, I do not check social media until my daughter is in school, but before my mom calls in the morning or my husband calls in the morning, but I'm not there checking my phone, because what? It's gonna sidetrack me, as I said previously, and I'm not fully on as yet. All of these things that I just told you, it works. For me, it works. Find a rhythm for you and see if it works. Like right now, I start having routines. I start having a morning routine. I start having a midday routine. I start having a night routine. When I'm done, I am done. And I start going to my bed early. It sounds so funny to say, but gone are the weeks where I would be up 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, talking to vendors. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some days you have to do it, but not every day. I am finding time for me. I am finding time for my family. Most importantly, finding time for my 8-year-old daughter. Well, she'll be 8 in December. I am finding time for her. It's not worth it killing yourself, and then you're like, oh my God, the kids are so grown up, they don't want to be around you anymore, and time wasted cannot be regained. So I am learning too, but I am doing so much more better, and it is so much more fulfilling. I am so much happier. I am less grumpy in the daytime, and I am just doing much better. So I hope these tips that I've shared with you really helps you, or share this video with someone who you know it will help them. I'll be doing 2 more videos under this topic: how to professionally end 2020 successfully, and how to personally end 2020 successfully. So stay tuned for those 2 videos. Remember, subscribe, comment if you like this video, tag me. I'm gonna put all my socials here. Tag me if you've tried any one of these tips and they actually work for you. Comments below on other videos that you would like to see, and stay tuned for the other videos. Until next time, after you've hit the post notification button, stay safe, be safe, and take care of you. Bye.